We also worked on our setup for our latest TechCraft film shoot. So we're doing film noir next week. So we were basically just mapping out where we're putting our lighting and our camera and different ways to light all the different shots that we're going to be doing. So we're just working towards next week's shoot and making sure it goes seamlessly, and so that we can get that in and hopefully do another shoot the following day if we can pull that one off first.
So you guys are a troupe of actors, an ensemble of actors. As part of the course you learn TechCraft. So it goes the whole way through the 2 years of the course, and it's every week working on everything that's not acting. So it's the behind the scenes, it's working with gear and equipment. How's that process been going? You're 14 weeks in. Do you feel like you've just touched the surface of gear, working with gear?
Yeah, I feel like we have. Well, we started off with the camera. We learned how to set it up. We did that for a couple of weeks, and then we've slowly introduced, lighting and then sound. And now is the first time we've been incorporating all of it at the one time. So it's been challenging.
Yep.
But I think it's really good for us to see what goes on behind the camera. Also, it just adds more into our toolbox so that we can give more to whatever project we're working on. And I think, based on yesterday, everyone was very, because this is the first shoot we're doing.
Yep.
So everyone was really excited to be starting it, and everyone seemed very confident. So
we'd like to hear out of the course.
Yeah.
Can I ask something, Demi? You've been through the program in acting, and you've worked now both sides of the stage and camera, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So what have you done? You've been an actor on theatre and in front of the camera?
Well, yes. So in my acting portfolio, I most recently went to Vietnam and performed in a production of Alice in Wonderland. And then I also performed on the Sao Mai Gala, which is it's basically Vietnam's version of The Voice. And I performed as an Australian guest. But more often than not, I would say I'm behind camera these days, yeah.
And what do you do in those roles?
So I provide videography services, mainly to musical-based companies. Just this week, last week, I was shooting some small music video clips for Spotify clips for an independent artist who's also in musical theatre, but she's releasing a pop style album. I'm colour grading a feature film at the moment, and I have some videography work for the talent development project coming up as well, which I've got to edit. So
it's like my dream graduate. All these skills that she has.
Yeah.
Well, and part of the reason why the question I had is because you've trained as an actor and within the acting program, you learn TechCraft and how to make films.
Yes.
Obviously, it seems that's been a benefit, but how has it been a benefit for you?
Well, for me, and to discuss the business side of things, because I think a lot of people forget that show business it's just that, it's a business. But videography has been my main source of income as well as an independent. I'm completely freelance, so I don't have an agent either. So I rely completely on myself and my multiple streams of income. So at any given point, I could be editing, I could be colour grading, I do a lot of teaching and self-taping. When you're a videographer, your self-tapes look really good. So I've got my camera kit, I've got lights every year. I try to invest in some new equipment to build my kit. For me, it's my main source of income. And also I think it's incredibly career leveraging too, because I have all the skills necessary to give myself acting work if I wish to. I think that's completely necessary in today's and Australia's industry, that is.
Look, it's the dream, really. If you're going to train as an actor, you really have to have multiple skills. And Kevin Jackson, who was a founding teacher here, did everyone meet KJ? Did you meet KJ, James?
I didn't, no.
So, really extraordinary Australian acting teacher, and his philosophy was, when you train as an actor, you have to have the skills to sustain yourself in this industry. So it's no working at Subway or working at Big W or working in a bar on the weekend. It's that you have the skills that everything that you do to make money is in the industry.
Yes.
And you are a perfect example of that.
Well, my philosophy is that I don't have an acting agent. Auditions are scarce as they are already for people with agents. So without, it's even harder for me. I would rather be in the room doing something than not.
Yeah.
So, for example, in June, I've got a musical theatre workshop coming up at Bangara. I'd rather be in that room stage managing than
Working in a bar.
in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.